alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. The Hawks with their last game here in Atlanta before heading out on the road. Now, fully back from the injury, Al Horford is back into the mix.
And they've been waiting for this moment, Kevin. They've had a very tough time while he's been out, and I'm sure they're breathing a big sigh of relief that he's back on the court now.
Yeah, guys, his absence left a huge hole in their rotation. I mean, we certainly saw the impact, just how much he means to this team.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. We've got Okafor, Robert Covington out there with Noel. Then it's Tony Wroten, and it's Iverson in at the shooting guard position. And Noel kicks to Covington. Iverson outside. In the corner, it's Wroten. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. Wroten's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
Now here's Millsap. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Miami. 4 on the clock. Korver gets a wide-open look. No good with the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
It was pretty obvious, I thought, Greg, that Budenholzer was the deserved Coach of the Year. I mean, Steve Kerr, there are a lot of good names you could put in there. But what he's done taking the Hawks to the top of the East, a few saw that coming.
I agree with you. I mean, he has transformed this Hawks team over the past couple of years, has a wonderful team game. And, you know, obviously a lot of influence coming from Pop when he was with San Antonio. But he is really, I think, redefining how the game of basketball is being played at the pro level.
And slam dunk by Noel.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Here's Teague after the Sixers pick up 2. Good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Wroten, following the basket by Paul Millsap. Noel passes to Iverson, and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. Few would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
Now here's Millsap, and you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. The rebound by Wroten.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-overs. You got to finish the job.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
And for the Hawks, they did end up with 4 All-Stars last season. As you said, it was all about how they worked together as a team.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Teague with the ball, and Wroten picks him up defensively. Cephalosha's shot is good.
And you know, around the NBA, the league recognized the Hawks were a complete team. Everybody played their roles superbly. The NBA named all 5 of their starters the player of the week last year in an unprecedented move.
And Philadelphia has possession. Following the 3 by Atlanta, Wroten kicks to Okafor. From 12 feet out. And the shot falls short this time. The Hawks trail by 3. Passes to Horford. Here's the 3. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Now here's Wroten. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. He feeds it to Noel. Millsap grabs the miss.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And again, it's Atlanta.
Seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two. Well, with Nerlens Noel coming out, we knew he'd be a plus shot blocker. He set the Kentucky single game record with 12 in a game shot blocks. He also knew he had the chance to be a great rebounder, but we definitely knew he needed help with his shot, and that will continue on into next year.
Yeah, you know, he spent the year rehabbing that knee, but also spent that year correcting his shooting form. And we're not talking about just a tweak when it comes to shooting the basketball.
Now, here's Teague looking for his first basket still in this one. Outside for Korver. 5 on the clock. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Good on the shot.
And, you know, going back to Nerlens Noel's shooting, the improvements to his form look really good. Even better is that he hit 60% from the line as a rookie. That may not sound like a great start, but at this stage of his development, that's great progress.
Okafor in the post, working on Horford. The drive by Iverson, rejected by Millsap. Here's T. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
You know, one caution I have about Noel's improved shooting, you don't want him to fall in love with jumpers. He did shoot only 46% from the field last year. Conversely, DeAndre Jordan shot 71% because he dunked everything and kept his head under the rim. It's a fine line between improving your game and playing within your limitations.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Jeff T. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Boozer, he's checked in for Noel. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. Cephalosha with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Miami. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Let's send it over to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Doris?
He said a big key for them will be containing Carlos Boozer offensively, adding, he's a player who can spread the floor with his jump shot or take you down the block, and it's tough to match his strength inside. Defensively, they'll look to keep length in front of him and limit his offensive rebounding. Sounds like a good game plan, guys. We'll see how they do it.
Thanks, Doris. Good work defensively by Millsap. For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Mag dishes to Schroeder to the right side. Splitter sets a screen. The feed to Mag. And here's Schroeder. He averages about 5 points a game. Cephalosha misses.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Grant outside. Stolen. Fast break, the Hawks. Millsap has the open look. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Millsap's got 6 points.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Grant kicks to Okafor. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. And now here's a quick peek at the best rookie free throw shooters over the course of the past month. 5th best, Jahlil Okafor.
He has been locked in at the line, taking complete advantage whenever he's got an opportunity to put points on the board.
Really knows how to get to the stripe. He converts at a high level there, a high rate, excellent concentration. He's got a really smooth, repetitive stroke. He's got it rolling.
Atlanta making a switch here. Bazemore's checked in. Carl Landry's checked in for the 76ers. The dish to Schroeder. Shot clock at 6. He kicks to Splitter. Bazemore for 3, and that one's good. Bazemore's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
And Boozer throws it down.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be, remove all doubt on that attack. And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket, and a lot of fearless players on this roster.
Mack, the pass to Bazemore. Here's Schroeder. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Well, the 76ers do go at the basket without hesitation. They're fearless, Clark, going inside. Led the NBA last season on points off drive.
Well, you know, I like to say you got to use what you have. They didn't have many shooters, so that means head down, get to the rim.
Justin Holiday's checked in for Atlanta. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Marshall's checked in. Last season, Atlanta showed just how much fun a team can have playing team basketball, a complete team effort. We use that word a lot. You don't see it much in the NBA, but boy, they epitomized it, Clark.
Yeah, they sure did. Refreshing to see a team do that well collectively without a real superstar. Just a solid group that understood their roles and played them perfectly.
Landry dishes to Marshall. Grant, right side, feeds it to Landry. The jump hook, and it falls over the rim and in. Landry's got his first points of the night.
And folks, it's not like the Hawks didn't have talent. I mean, they did have 4 All-Stars last year. None of them voted in, however.
Now here is Holiday. Splitter sets a screen. Schroeder kicks to Splitter. Got it. Good job in the low post. Splitter's got the game tied up here for Atlanta.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done. You know, what shows you just how team-oriented the Hawks were last season was this stat. They never had anybody score more than 30 points for them in a game all season. Millsap had 30 points once early in the year, and that was the high mark for the team.
And so it's Atlanta with it, following the shot by Carl Landry. Here's Mack. He's covered by Grant. Out to the right wing. Bazemore for 3. The shot misses. And the 76ers go the other way with it. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
The thing I took away from that game was just how dominant they were on the backboard.
Well, it would have been hard not to see how dominant they were based on the numbers. I mean, they just completely dominated the glass.
Pass to Schroeder. Kicks to Mack. Splitter with a screen on Thompson. And Holiday has it in the corner. Gets to the corner and buries it. Holiday's got his first points of the game.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
Tie game in Atlanta. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.